Welcome, friends, to Holy Hills. My name is April Cranford. Mission can take us next door to our neighbor's backyard or to a backyard miles away. When serving in mission, the emphasis is not on the miles, but the message. Let's travel a few miles today and meet a Vietnamese refugee. Earlier this year, I read Minh Phune Towner's story in this book, Straining Forward, written by my friend Michelle Layer Rahal. Minh's story and Michelle's writing will captivate your heart and soul in discovering one woman's journey from oppression to redemption in the wake of the Vietnam War. I am an avid reader. However, this is going to be the very first time in meeting the main character from a book I have read. I am so excited. Let's go. I have traveled from Fishersville to Fairfax, Virginia to meet the Reverend Minh Towner, and for Minh to share her story of God's transformation in her life as she faithfully serves through her work as a chaplain locally and globally wherever God calls her. Journey with Minh as she tells you her story of finding joy in mission.
And hi everyone, my name is Minh Towner, as April introduced me to you. And I am a refugee from Vietnam. I escaped from Vietnam in 1975, quite some time ago, at the end of the war when the city of Saigon collapsed. I was captured several times and be placed in the prison, but successfully escaped on the third attempt. My journey as a refugee began in the South China Sea on the little fishing boat. At the end, I was rescued and brought back to shore by the Taiwanese fishermen. After several months in a Taiwanese refugee camp, I traveled to France, then Australia, and now in Northern Virginia, USA. My faith journey began with many questions to God and no answers because nothing made sense to me as I witnessed what was happening around me at the time. I witnessed my dad and my younger sibling killed at gunpoint. I watched my parents' home engulfed by the fire, and I grew up where the gunfire was the only sound I could recall as part of my childhood. There was abuse and torture and cruelty around me. So the question I ask God often is, where were you, God? My worldly success started in Australia when I anchored a successful nursing career. I married and I was blessed with 2 beautiful children. During this time, I was diagnosed with PTSD and depression, which took a toll on my marriage and it ended. When I left Australia heading to the US with a hope of finding myself again, the opportunity for me to remain in nursing profession closed because my nursing license was not recognized in America. However, the door of study at theological seminary opened to me. Little did I realize it was the beginning of my journey of becoming a missionary, a Christ follower. The journey from Australia to the US, in fact, is a journey I was running towards to God after all. Today, I continue serving faithfully the Lord through my work as a chaplain locally and globally, wherever God calls me. I continue sharing the good news and be witness for God through my words and deeds. James challenging us in the book of James in the Bible that show me your faith, and if it's no work, your faith dead. I know God owns everything too, and I own nothing. My life belongs to God, life and death. Not only do I work as a chaplain serving the sick and dying in local hospital, but I have also had the opportunity to serve as a missionary in my native country in Vietnam after seminary, and I work also with Syrian refugees in the country of Bulgaria. Refugees and orphans are near to my heart. So you might want to ask me that why missionary is so important for us as a Christian. Well, because we serve God is a God of mission. He created the world not for us to sit there and watch. He created the world for us to be here, to serve Him and serve His people. Jesus also a refugee. He left from Bethlehem to Egypt. He fled from that. And as a Christian missionary, we don't need to go. We are asked to witness across the culture for God. And the cross culture can be right here. America is a wonderful country that we have the cross culture everywhere. I encourage you and I challenge you and I inspire you, I hope, that for you to step out of your comfort zone, to make disciples of all nations wherever you are, from your home, from your neighbor, or from your church, or even from your work. You don't need to travel far. God brings the mission world to our footstep at our door. So blessing to you as you travel on the journey discovering how you can become a God missionary in this day.
Thank you so much, Min. I hope that you will be able to read her story in this book or download the audio that was just released. Take a simple step in mission this weekend by taking a trip, either locally or globally, to serve God. Blessings to you this day.